It's music's biggest night. We're excited to be here. If they ain't looking, I don't wanna. Hey, man, it's been a big year for you, man.
Thank you so much.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Just super excited about everything that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm putting out the songs, my own music. I'm writing songs still for Chris, and we nominated for Grammys. I got this on the way. I got my wife here with me with the ring popping out here. We're doing our thug thizzle, man.
Everybody looking too. You know, everybody looking. We see you. So first of all, man, it's been a huge year for you. I want you just to tell us a little bit about, you know, the journey that you've gone on, because not everybody knows. You know what I mean? You're out there. You're huge now.
Thank you, man. So, yeah, I started off, you know, doing a bunch of singing groups and different things like that, and, you know, trying to figure out my way, you know. And once I, you know, figured out, like, yo, let me try something else, you know, I started writing. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to let one thing, you know what I mean, determine my future. So once that, you know, didn't really go as planned, I started writing. The writing thing took off. And at the same time as me, you know, writing songs for other people, I would piggyback it with my own solo mixtapes and different things, and, you know, just kind of following up with it. So, you know, at the end of the day, now that everything is kind of coming full circle and the artistry is catching up to the writing, it's just a great feeling to be received so well, you know, because, you know, everybody's like, all right, cool, you know, the writing stuff is good, you know what I mean? But a lot of times when people are producers or writers, you know, they like to pin them in or pigeonhole them, like, oh, we just know them as that. But, man, I've been getting a lot of love and a lot of support from a lot of my peers.
I want to talk about that because it's not easy to come from being just a writer and transitioning to being an artist. So for you, what has been the most, like, challenging part to kind of get people? I mean, really, it's talent speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like, those early days of getting people to know, like, you know, I'm an artist first, but I do write. Like, what was that like?
Man, it was good because, you know, it actually made me work harder. You know what I mean? A lot of the labels and the A&Rs, they knew me as the writer. You know what I mean? Let's call him in to write for Usher. Let's call him in to write for Chris Brown. Let's call him in to write for Justin Bieber. So to convince them, that was the part that was difficult because they just know me as the writer. But the fans out there and the consumers, they know my music. You know what I mean?
The fans, they speak loudly.
Yeah, they speak loud. So it's like, you know, it was good because I didn't depend on the label. A lot of artists nowadays depend on the labels, but it made us work harder, and I think my fans appreciated me for it, and they show up every time I got a show, every time I'm putting a music out, and they downloading it. So it's now still at the point where I feel like, hey, label, what do I need you for? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you do a hell of a job connecting with your audience. We're going to let you go inside, but before we do, I want to ask you about the Snapchat thing you got going on, man, because you're using social media in a way that no other artist is. So tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, so, man, I look at it like, you know, all the different platforms and the social media outlets, you have to really capitalize on that because the day and age that we live in, it's what's taking over, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm not signed to a major label, but I think like a major label, you know what I mean? Okay, my pictures, my Instagram is not gonna look normal. When you see it, it's gonna be an experience as you're scrolling down. When I'm putting up Snapchat, I'm not just snapping I'm at Burger King. I'm actually trying to teach y'all and put y'all up on game to help educate you and be a better human and be a better artist and be a better songwriter and be a, you know, just a better person. So I'm like, I'm gonna use my platform that God has given me in a way to make him proud.
And that's very responsible of you, man. There's a lot of other things that you could be doing with your time, so we appreciate you taking your time and looking out for the community, man.
Thank you so
More
much.
power to you.
Yes, sir.
You got a baby on the way. It's very nice to meet you. Take care.